This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know. Yeah. Whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games. Whoa. Hop up on that wagon. Oh, please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin'. Right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry. We just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' ahead stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy. Drip so sick, I'm queasy. Whoa. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Skinny privilege literally exists.
Run!
Hold on to your tits.
I'm perfectly healthy.
Time for me to stuff some gains in your stocking.
My ribs!
And fat activism.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm sharing my own lived experience.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Full normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 23 Hundo and Ochente y Uno of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustling your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2, flexing on all you.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine.
What's going on, fam? Welcome to the show. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, leave us a review, all that good shit. It's a beautiful day in Florida. I hope you are enjoying your day wherever in the world you are, and I hope you're making some sick fucking gains. Cheers to all of you, and let's get right into today's episode. Make sure that you are checking the links down below for all the details on apparel to join the Swole fam. We have Ask Papa Swolio live tomorrow We have our accountability meeting on Monday. We have a roundtable coming up this week. We got a lot of stuff going on. And of course, yesterday, we had an awesome overtime segment, which is available now for those of you that are members. You can head on into Swole TV and catch yesterday's overtime segment. Let me just bring that up right here for a second. It's available now inside Swole TV. If you missed it yesterday, it was fucking awesome. The throwback was absolutely lit. It was fucking awesome yesterday. So available now inside Swole TV. Join the fam. SwolormusX.com. Now, let's get into today's episode. Let's bust the nut wide open and let's have a great show. Here we go, beaches. How cool. Summon thee. What'd you smash today? Drop in the comments down below. All right, cheers, fam. It's Swole Slut Saturday, so drop the hashtag Triple S. We'll give away the Swole card at the end of today's episode. All right, indeed. Now let's spit on it and get right into that tip. Thank you, Leo, you raging alcoholic. Let's fucking go. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, we have an emergency super chat. Well, thank you so much, Julian. Appreciate it. Pop, I've been meaning to ask, where can I get the songs? They aren't on my Spotify or YouTube Music anymore. I know KD, he removed all his shit from Spotify. I hit the boo button. So yeah, he removed it all. I told him to put it back. So we'll see. If anything, we can release it inside X, but I think he might be re-releasing all his stuff. But yeah, he removed it, so you can't get it on public platforms anymore. But I have all of them. I have them all. But I think it's going to change. We'll figure it out. I have to ask him again if I can either get a zip file and release it inside X for members or something, but he might be releasing it in his own way. But yeah, I know. Everyone likes the songs, and I'm like, why'd you take it off? But he has his own thing. He was going to release it in a new format. I don't know. Artists do some weird shit sometimes. But I'm on him. I'm on it. I'm on his case. All right, let's get into the first Swole Fam post. Let's spit on it and get into that tip. Did we? Did I spit on it? No, we just went into the tip. Let me see. Hold on. Let me bring this back. Or did we spit on it? Did we? Maybe we did already. We did. Let's do it again. Babe, I want to do it again. I want to feel it again. Just an inch. I think we did. It's cold outside. My mind is all over the place. So I was thinking about a bunch of things. So if anything, we spit on it twice. This is going to be more ready for some knowledge cock. So let's get into the first Swole Fam post. This one is from Johans. Johans or Johan? I think it's a silent S. Love the name. Hello, fam. I hope you're all smashing your 7 pillars. A couple weeks ago, I posted about my struggle with binge drinking, and after some encouragement from you guys, I wanted to give you an update. It's now been almost 2 months since I last had a drink, and I am doing awesome. Let's get a round of applause. Nice. Excellent. I have been more consistent and focused than I ever have been before. I have been drinking nothing but water and black coffee, and in the beginning it was a struggle, but now I cannot imagine going back. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal, man. With no calories coming from drinking, I've been losing fat and been able to focus on better nutrition at the same time. I have replaced my Friday evening drinking habit with a sick workout and then doing something I enjoy, like playing some video games. This way, I don't feel like I'm missing out on something. Now, not drinking has become a lot easier. It's actually not present in my mind, and I kind of see myself as a non-drinker, if that makes any sense. Before we read the rest of it, it's very important to reform your identity as someone who doesn't drink. And you just literally broke down what pillar number 1, what your environment and community means. So you don't put yourself in those situations, and it's very important to reform your identity as someone who does not harm their body. I do not drink alcohol. I take care of my body. Not just a negative, like I don't drink. It's like, no, I take care of myself. I take care of my temple. I invest in my health. I don't do things that take me off that path. That's very important. He continues, my relationship as well as my overall well-being have improved tremendously. I wake up refreshed and ready to go. I am more productive and have also put new habits in place. For example, I now always end my day thinking about what I am grateful for, even the smallest good things that happen throughout the day. Cutting out drinking is truly a game changer. So sorry for the long one. Thanks for the support and nice answers to my initial post. Let's fucking go. All the best, Joe. Epic. Fantastic. No need to apologize. And also, you could use that as a great morning routine. The 3 things or 5 things that you're grateful for, and don't let your guard down. So you're like, hey, I can't even think about it anymore. Trust me, you're not out of it yet. So make sure that you are aggressive, stay focused on it. Don't let your guard down after 2 months. Don't be like, hey, I could be around it. Don't let your guard down. We have a bunch of members that have gotten over, alcoholism and other bad addictions. So just make sure that you reach out and keep us posted. But anyone else that has any more insights or supportive things that you want to add for Johan, drop that in the comments. John writes, well, fam, it's that time of the year again. Ready? Tomorrow, I go out deer hunting. First daylight slips in. That's what she said. Let me get the biggest stickers here. At 6:50, and I am ready to replenish my venison stash. Wish me luck. Excellent, John. Excellent. Good for you. Good for you. Going right to the source. Kristen writes, my boy Tulu under a beautiful moon. That's a real fucking picture? Holy shit. That's a beautiful dog. Holy wolf. Not a husky? My goodness. That looks like a Photoshop pic. That's an epic picture. Good for you. That's a full moon. Intense. We got a post here from Mark. And Mark says, Papa Swolio, can we feature something on weight gain? Sure. I'm trying to build up from 40 pounds weight loss from cancer. Eat more. Derp is obvious, but can you run down several quality sources of carbs outside fruit? I have my proteins down pretty well. Grass-fed beef, pastured eggs, raw dairy, wild fish, and proper poultry occasionally. A lot of America needs to hear about weight reduction, but there are some of us who would love information on focusing on lean, clean gains. Thank you. You just answered yourself. Maybe some white rice or sweet potatoes. You can gain plenty with just protein and fat. That should be your main focus. So several quality sources of carbs outside of fruit. There really aren't a lot of quality carbs outside of fruit. Fruit, maybe some low impact plant sources like maybe some sweet potatoes or some white rice. But aside from that, it's like eating more of what you're already doing. So good for you. Good for you, Mark. I mean, what you said, quote, eat more, derp. Yeah, it really is that. It really is eat more. It's not complicated like that. It really is eat more. It really is. It's not complicated. It's just hard to do because you have to, it's not just the eating. It's the eating more frequently. It's not just the eating more frequently. It's having the food ready more frequently. So you have to change a lot of things about your daily lifestyle habits in order to prepare the food to have it ready. So cooking more in bulk, having it, depending on what your schedule is, that's a lot of reasons why people don't make progress because they're inconsistent. They think they're just going to find food outside. So they end up eating crap. They end up putting on more fat than they want to, or they eat garbage, right? So you have to cook more. You have to prepare more. You have to have it ready. Then you have to sit down, have time to eat it. It's hard to bulk, especially quality. So, I mean, you really just set it all yourself. Make sure you're getting in those organ meats too. You can also get in more calories and stuff when you're cooking in grass-fed butter and tallow and ghee and stuff like that. So avocados are great. And remember, avocados are a fruit. I love avocados. The Haas avocados, the big green ones, taste like water. They taste like shit. Mirosh. Cool name. Hello, Swole fam. I'm Levi and looking forward to getting back the motivation energy I've lost over the years. Welcome to the fam. I just actually sent you a voice message via Swole text. So welcome, Levi. Super stoked to have you. Round of applause for all the Swole fam posts. You can join us, SwoleNormasex.com. We always talk about it. I always talk about the gaining mass and gaining size is challenging. It's challenging, especially when you're trying to build lean muscle because you don't just eat more and build lean muscle. You have to be putting your body in a situation where it has to build lean muscle, which means you're training hard, you're lifting heavy fucking weights, and you're putting in a lot of fucking work. Your body doesn't want to put on muscle. It's hard. Your body's trying to build a house. It's much easier to knock shit down. It's much easier to not grow than it is to grow. But if your body is getting the proper nutrients and you're relentless with your exposure to stressful situations like heavy weight training, then your body will adapt because it has no other option. All right, let's take some questions. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Let's take a call first from Ray. Ray, you're live on the Daily Swole. You can drop your questions over there to askpapaswolio.com. Link in the description below.
What is that thing that you're twirling around?
Oh, we did this
what
yesterday.
does it do?
All
Also,
right, we did this one yesterday. Ray, you calling it again? You calling it again? I'm just going to boo you just for fun. No, thanks for the call. All right. I must not have deleted that from my queue. This one's from Daisy. Daisy, you're on the line.
Hi, Papa. Good morning. My name is Daisy, and I have a question about my training. I've been doing the same kind of exercises for the last 2 years, and I want to know if I should just change everything, or as long as I'm increasing the weight, I will be okay with this list of exercises. So for the lower body, I do 3 times a week, and upper body twice. And on the rest of the days, I do some kind of cardio, like running or HIIT. Okay, so the exercises are dumbbell bench press, seated press with dumbbell, side raises, cable pull downs, cable bicep curls, one arm dumbbell rows, cable tricep pull down, standing crunches on the cable machine. And for the lower body, dumbbell squats with plates under my heels, barbell squats.
I'm sorry. Daisy, how'd you do that so fast? I don't think we have like a record at like 5x. I have no idea what you just said. I'm not going to play it again because just make sure you call back in. Keep your questions shorter because I'm not going to retain all the exercise breakdowns that you're doing. I need a concise question. Speak slower. I don't know how you I don't know if you talked. If you talk that fast, Daisy, decaf, but slow it. I don't know how. It seems like it was sped up artificially. I don't think we have like a. I don't think we have the ability to record at that speed. But I have no idea what you said. Please call back in and breathe. Take your time. Take your time. Just narrow it down. Focus the question because I'm not going to retain an entire workout protocol. I really didn't even pick up on what you said. It was just too fast. It was too fast. So I appreciate the call, Daisy. Call back in. And cocaine's a hell of a drug, I know, but slow it down. Slow it down. I appreciate it. I appreciate the call. That was a lot. That was a lot. Let's see. Live question. Jacob on a journey. Hey, Papa, I'm 13 years old. My goodness. Your parents let you watch the Daily Swole? All right.
I don't believe you people.
What do you mean?
All right. I'm a 13-year-old that works out a lot. 13. And I've been about 7 months, but just got the flu and have been resting. When do you think I should start working out again? Once you feel better, take care of yourself. You're 13. You got plenty of time. You shouldn't be overdoing it at 13 anyway. So just learn proper form, practice yoga, meditate. You're really early on your journey. Not to mention you've only been alive for 13 years, but I didn't know about the 7 pillars. I didn't know about all these other things. So I'm really grateful that you're plugging into this type of content. I wish I had myself as a resource when I was 13. So make sure that you're recovering, eating well, getting quality sleep. You have plenty of time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It can seem when you first start training, it seems like when you don't work out, you're going to get small, right? You don't work. If you don't lift, you're just shrinking away. But understand that this is just temporary inflammation. When you work out and you have a pump and you're sore, that's not necessarily you growing. That's just the micro trauma on the muscles. But just because you're not lifting every fucking day doesn't mean that you're not going to be growing. So you're actually going to recover and you're going to build when you're resting. But now you have the flu, your body's distracted. You don't feel well. You might feel weak when you come back to the gym. You'll be fine a week or two. Whenever you're done being sick, a couple days after, you'll be fine to probably push again. All right. I'm still recovering from those 2 calls where that date. It's way too intense. Way too intense. All right. Tarvidas4 on Instagram. Hi, Papa Swole. I hit the gym 6 times per week, but not getting bigger. What am I doing wrong? I have no idea. I mean, you can go in the gym 6 days a week and do everything wrong. So it could be that. You could be going to the gym 6 times a week and doing everything wrong and not eating well. I don't know how long. I don't know what you're doing. So I have no context. I have no idea what you're doing wrong. You're going to the gym and just talking to the front desk girl? That's going to the gym, but you're not doing anything. So just because you have a gym membership or go to the gym doesn't mean you're doing things right. I don't know what you're eating. Andre Nicholas, 2007, Papa Swolio, you have scoliosis. Actually, I don't. I have myoswolitis. And it's my burden to bear, which is why I wear sunglasses, because the photoreceptors in my eyes trigger unrelenting muscle gain. So I block off any kind of UV light so I don't keep on gaining muscle. I have to put a little governor on that. WJ Hooney 2. Papa Swole, can people who eat well-done steak be trusted? Absolutely not. Good question, but absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anyone that likes their steak well done should probably be thrown in prison. Throw away the fucking key. You know what I'm saying?
Matt Damon.
No, it's criminal. It's criminal. Let me just tell you this. I'm not really serious about that. I'm kind of serious about that, but I'm not. The steak's already dead. You don't have to destroy it. So if you cook a steak well done, you're just destroying the nutrients in it too. It's not good. It's not like actually good for you. And it tastes like fucking shit. Gross. Let's see. Rob123F Papa Swolio, straight into the question, as you should. If I'm overweight but want to gain/bulk, should I still diet? Not the right way to think about things. You should be eating quality food. Check out our content, the elimination diet. You should be lifting weights, increasing your protein and quality fat, dropping some carbohydrates, and lifting some heavy fucking weight. So you have extra body fat, you should be building muscle. Focus on lean mass, eat around maintenance or so, lift heavy, and adjust along the way. So stop thinking about it as dieting. Think about it as eating properly. Grizzly, I'm watching with a coworker now. Please tell him steak well done with ketchup is a sin. It's a sin. I mean, it is not good for. It's just not good for you. People that like ketchup, look, it is up to you. But I wouldn't put like sugar and corn syrup and whatever they put in most ketchups nowadays. It is pretty. It's unbecoming. Let's put it that way. At least you're eating a steak. You had to record it on your phone and reduce it to 1 minute? Really? You could do that? You can record on your phone and upload it? I thought you had to record. I thought we had it so you had to record in the actual, the embedded recorder. I didn't know you can speed it up. I didn't know you can upload audio file if that's the case. No, you're fine. You had to record on my phone and speed up to fit into 1 minute. Yeah, the reason why we have 1 minute is just because, one, it just ensures that the question is concise enough. We had 30 seconds, but some people were like, I didn't have enough time to explain everything. So a minute, if it's like 2 or 3 minutes, it's going to be too much, and it's going to usually give too much extra context that's not really applicable. So a minute, I guess, can be a little bit challenging for some, but it makes sure that you will get to the point and drop the most important aspects of the question. So yeah, call again. And yeah, definitely do not, I didn't know you can speed it up and record ahead of time. So I didn't know that was possible, but yeah, it was just too fast. So I appreciate the question and I do want to answer it. It was just too fast and I didn't pick up on anything for real. So maybe just think about your question a little bit and just narrow it down. And you can always follow up too. So if I give an answer or you can drop it in the comments now. Yeah, that was definitely not a natural voice. It's just, who talks like that unless you're an auctioneer or something like that, right? Yeah. It sounded artificially sped up, which was like strange to me. It's like, I don't know how, unless you record it audio and then you played it into your phone or something. I don't know how it's done. Ooh, too much. We're all sitting here thinking like, decaf, lay off the caffeine. You're on meth or something. Yeah, right? All right, let's see here. Brandon Papasolio, just out of curiosity, what are your go-to fruits that you could eat every day? I mean, it depends day to day. I'll eat strawberries or blueberries or blackberries or raspberries, bananas, mango, pineapple. I mean, some apples sometimes. So go-to fruit, I mean, I could eat all those fruits every day. I naturally gravitate a little bit more away from fruits in the winter. In colder weather, I want more bone broth and stuff like that. It's better to eat a little bit more. It's better to eat more seasonal. Giannis Sotolidis? Papa Swolio, how do I tell my girlfriend to go with me to the gym? Use your mouth. Use your words. How do I tell her? If she doesn't want to go, you got good news. She's your girlfriend, so you can get another one. There's 7.5 billion people. Find one that fucking lifts. Does she like to lift and she just doesn't go with you? Or she doesn't take care of herself and you would love to... That's a fun thing to do. I mean, some people disagree and they say like, well, the gym is my private time. Okay. Doesn't mean you can't go to the gym and do things separately. You can just still go together. And then some couples like to lift together and some couples go to the gym and then they do their separate things. Both are fine. I don't think there's any rule like, oh, you shouldn't be lifting with your partner. It's like, if you're focused, you can be savage and train together. You can't really make anyone go to the fucking gym. Have you had do you communicate well? I mean, if you're asking me, then maybe you don't communicate that well. Yeah, I'd say find one that lifts, honestly, because a lot of women lift, but you want to spend time with her and you think it'd be fun and you would really love to go to the gym with her. But if someone like, it's hard for me to say, can people hate going to the fucking gym? It doesn't really matter if you don't like to train or not. You should still do it. So again, when people say, well, my whole personality is not the gym, X, Y, and Z, you don't have to like it. It has nothing to do with liking it. Training and taking care of your health doesn't matter if you like to lift. You fucking should. Who cares if you like to lift? Do you like brushing your teeth? Again, it's irrelevant. Do you like wiping your ass? I mean, you should if you don't want shit butt. You don't want to have like rash and nasty poop in your butt crack. So do you think like, I don't like wiping my butt. I'm just going to skip it. I don't like brushing my teeth. Like, you fucking should do those things. So it really is something that you should do regardless of whether or not you like it. And this is why it's discipline. It's not motivation. I'm not motivated to go to the gym. So what? That's not even a factor. It doesn't even matter. You don't feel like it. Okay. Cool story, Hansel. Next. Right? Next.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
Get a new girlfriend. All right. Nick, remember when I said my girlfriend's cousin sent me inappropriate messages? I do. Now her cousin is in marriage counseling with her husband. Her cousin blames me for tattling. What? So what'd you do, Nick? You told your girlfriend, right? I'm assuming your cousin. So what happened? Her cousin, this girl, blames you for tattling for what? For her being a whore and trying to cheat behind her husband's back, or for her having a shitty relationship? Well, who cares about her opinions? Obviously, they're not valuable. Sounds like her problem, and her marriage sucks. So why is she in marriage counseling? Did her husband find out? Who cares? Her cousin blames you for tattling. Doesn't matter. She shouldn't have been a slut. Okay, there's that. I want to know. Yeah. Yeah, for the streets. For the streets. For the fucking streets.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Ooh. Well, why'd your girlfriend do that? Well, that was dumb. Oh, that's... Your girlfriend wasn't too intelligent with that one. Why? So, Nick's... I told my girlfriend, and my girlfriend went off and told her husband. Why? Why? What? Why? It sounds like it runs in the family. Why? Why would she do that? Why would she tell her husband? Just tell the girl to fuck off. Or ignore it. Or just, the whole point was telling your girlfriend was just to be like, yo. You could have just ignored it, period, but you didn't want, you could have just ignored it and not told anyone, but you're just protecting your own ass. In the sense that if you enjoy your girlfriend, you don't want to not address something that, you don't want your cousin to be like, look, I sent him this. And yeah. If you didn't respond, it'd be like nothing anyway. That's weird. Why would you? Okay. Why? Why would you tell the husband? It's not like she actually did anything, but it was a sketchy message. She could have been like, yo, back the fuck off. What's your problem? She didn't think? Yeah, what? See, when we discussed it earlier, it was like, yeah, tell your girlfriend, then, whatever happens, happens. But she didn't think? No kidding. Most people don't think. I covered my ass because if I didn't say anything, yeah, I know that, but... Well, anyway, that was stupid. That was dumb. That was unnecessary. But you did. In other words, we only really care about you right now. So there's that. But not sure why that was done. Okay. We got a call from NIU. NIU. Oh, NIU. NIU. Is that the name? NIU? NIU. It's NIU. That's not phonetically how you should say it, but okay.
Good day to you, and how are you, Papa Swolio?
Well, thank you, sir.
My question for you today is, how do I get bigger? I'm 26, ADHD, have a high metabolism, and I can't seem to get big at all. What would be your advice? Thank you, and have a great day.
Stop labeling yourself with that bullshit. ADHD. For one, what the fuck does that have to do with you gaining muscle? The fuck does that have to do with anything? So don't play a victim to some made up shit. And I'm not saying that some people don't have issues, but most of the time people aren't doing something they enjoy. They're eating garbage food. They're not getting enough sunlight. They're not meditating. They're not taking care of themselves. And they just call themselves ADHD. Like, I can't pay attention. I can't pay attention to stuff that sucks in it either. I can't pay attention to shit that bores the crap out of me either. So kids in school, you have ADHD. No, kids are just bored by geometry when it's sunny outside and they're sitting in a wood desk for 8 hours. So one, it has nothing to do with anything. How do you get bigger? You need to lift heavy weights and eat a lot of quality food. Like, it's not complicated. It's just harder in application because it's not what your body wants to do. In other words, you're forcing an adaptation. So you have to lift heavy, put your body through fucking pain via lifting, like stress, and then eat so much food that your body is like, hey, here's the tools in order to rebuild the muscle tissue so this can hurt less in the future. And then guess what? You add more fucking stress and pain as you get bigger. So you have to progressively overload, meaning as you build muscle and as you get more adept at it, you have to add more stress and then eat more food. So yeah, it's challenging. That's how you fucking do it. Don't play the victim to this ADHD stuff. I'm tired of hearing about it. People need to take better care of their health, and you won't have attention deficit issues if you're not just pounding yourself with chemicals and pharmaceuticals and garbage. You know, if you're ADHD, like, lay off the caffeine, lay off the stimulants, don't be drinking alcohol, doing all this stuff, get quality sleep, get sunlight, meditate, sauna, cold plunge, lifting heavy weights, use that energy. We all have energy. We all need to move. You're probably not just doing enough, or you're adding in other variables in terms of your nutrition. And again, I'm not saying like something that's diagnosable. Like, psychiatry is all about diagnosing shit and trying to cover up the symptoms with drugs. So there's a lot of issues there, and anything can be diagnosed and, just billions of dollars in profit and just, pumping drugs into people's bodies. All right. Dimasik Anasasaseka, whatever. Pampasolio, what is better, gym or training with your weight? Neither is better. Depends on what you're trying to accomplish, meaning body weight training. Neither is better. Both have different applications. Luke Molitor, Pampasolio, how many wives you got? Okay. And does the pool count as a gym? The pool counts as a pool. So swimming is good exercise, but what are you trying to accomplish? You can go for a walk. That's great. I mean, if you're trying to build a lot of muscle and you're going walking or going in the pool, that's not going to build you a lot of muscle. So what are you trying to accomplish? You have to understand that the kind of stress you put on your body is going to lead to the adaptation. So a lot of people, I want to get lean and ripped in this, and they go running and they go in the pool. It's like, that's not going to get you lean and ripped. Like, what are you trying to accomplish, right? So lifting weights, build muscle. And then if you want to do pool stuff and you want to do any other types of cardio, it's like, great, but make sure you're building that foundation with lean mass. Okay. I think we're almost ready to move on. This question, we got a call. This one's from Papa Swole's son. I have a son? I knew there might be one or two out there. All right. Long lost son?
So I'm taking a couple of vitamins, just in case if I don't get enough from like my foods, I can use those to kind of get some nutrients in and some minerals and all that. And I am taking zinc is one of them, and another one I have a combination of vitamin C, B6, D, E, and zinc. Okay. And my question is, with the zinc, can you overdo it?
Yep.
Because I'm taking 2 of the little capsules.
I don't know what that
I
means.
was taking 1 before, and I didn't have any issues.
Right.
I've been taking 2.
I don't know what that
No
means.
problems at all, but
How
the
do you
zinc
know?
is 50 milligrams for one tablet. So I just want to hear what you have to say on overdoing like zinc or any of the
Okay, come on.
vitamins I mentioned. Thank you.
All right. I would not be taking any of these things isolated. Just eat some beef liver. You can absolutely overdo it. And a lot of times you're taking an isolated mineral. You're not getting other things like copper. You're not getting other compounds with it that will aid in absorption. So you need proper ratios. Just eat some grass-fed beef liver, boom, and you'll get plenty of these types of nutrients. So yeah, I wouldn't, whatever you said, like, it's not probably not doing anything. You say you're not noticing anything. A lot of times you need to either take X amount or take it for a long enough time. And same thing with veganism. You're like, hey, I feel great. I've been vegan for 2 years. Cool. Get back to us at the 5-year mark. A lot of times people can go vegan for 6 months or a year or two. Fine, cool. And then their health starts to really degrade, or they're in denial that it's degraded health. And after 4 years, just because a lot of people think that they're healthy, or they think that they're doing well when they're really not. They're just used to feeling like that, and they don't realize they have major vitamin or mineral deficiencies. I think it is Tyler, but dude, just eat some beef liver. Just eat some beef liver. You're totally fine. I wouldn't take any of these, synthetic multivitamins and stuff like that. It's really probably not that it's necessarily going to hurt you, but it can if you take too many of these isolated. And why with the zinc? What's with the zinc? What's with the zinc, son? All right, let's get into some balls deep. I'm done with the questions. Rough day. Rough day with the questions. Rough day with the questions. All right. A little rough with the questions. Ain't gonna lie. That was a little bit rough. Hey, we have these rough days now and again, but remember tomorrow is Ask Papa Swolio Live, so we'll take just pure questions tomorrow. So if you asked her question, or Daisy or anyone wants to call back in, do it again tomorrow. We'll just take tons of questions, only questions, so we can get more into some of these follow-ups and stuff later. Rough day for the questions. Ain't gonna lie. A little rough around the edges, but it happens. Before we move on, reminder that now is the season to make those sick fucking gains. Check out all the new drops over there at papaswolio.com. Let's get a little America. Fuck yeah! One of the greatest designs in history, Depth Vader. Go check it out over there. Get 10% off using code Daily Swole. We have Santa Has Diabetes. Fuck your peppermint mocha. We got Frosty the Swole Man. Go to the fucking gym. You're a swole one, Mr. Grinch. Santa Swolio's coming to town. Swole alone. And of course, happy Thanksgiving. Check out the holiday merch over there at papaswolio.com. And make sure if you want to place any of these orders, do so sooner rather than later, just in case there's like delays and shipping delays and stuff like that. We got a funny article. I've never heard of this person, but the story just blew my fucking mind and made me laugh. So we're going to cover it. Influencer Ollie London, 32, reveals he is transitioning back from a Korean woman to a British man.
Matt Damon.
1, how the fuck? Okay. And how do you transition back? And like, I'm going to be a man again. I mean, I don't know what the transition included, but it just goes to show that it's just a mental condition. Like, yeah, I'm just going to be back now. You can't change races, by the way. You can't just be like, I'm Korean now. This just sounded so fucking retarded. I had to like talk about it. But I do appreciate the message here. Slams schools for normalizing changing genders and teaching kids to idolize weak men like Harry Styles. Yeah, Harry Styles is as cringy as it comes. It's just fucking sick shit. It's just the degradation of our culture and society. But so I'm no fan of his, but I do appreciate the message. So I don't know how the fuck you transition to Korean or back from Korean. But yeah, I mean, funny as hell, but I do appreciate the message. Like, yeah, school should not be teaching kids about gender. School should not be brainwashing your kids. But this is what you get when you're sending kids to public school. You are allowing the state to raise your children. That's what's happening. Anyway, let's see if we can get do we have an image here? Yeah, holy goddamn Christ. What the fuck is going on here? Holy shit.
What the fuck is that?
I mean, this is just, oh, yeah, that's, what the fuck? Has anyone ever heard of this person? Okay. So let's see here. This is if you're just listening, keep listening. Don't watch this. The British influencer sparked controversy after identifying as transracial and spending more than $271,000 to look like Korean pop stars. Oh, like that BTS group or whatever the fuck it is? I don't want to look at this anymore. Super gross. I don't even know how, why, how, what. Yeah, see, I never heard of this person. So, but I am, like I said, it's completely cringe and weird and psychologically disturbing, but I do appreciate the message. So that's why I wanted to share it, not to make fun of the individual primarily, but I think we can. When you come out as like, I am Korean, you're like, you're not, but okay. Yeah, but the message is good. So at least that message, look, anything with detransitioning should be promoted, because then it's saying, hey, look, this isn't a good idea. It's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Like, maybe you're just not Korean. Like, you ever think about that? Maybe you're not just not Korean. Rebel, big tech censors misinformation, but also put pregnant men emojis in the keyboard. Guess what? You can't be a man, and you can't be pregnant as a man.
Boys have a penis, girls have vagina.
But as long as we keep on speaking the truth and promoting logic and common sense, then they can virtue signal all they want. Yeah. Okay. So there's one thing to change to think you're a woman. There's nothing to think you're a different race. I'm like, I'm black now. It's like, it's a hard play. It's a hard play. All right. Let's see what we got here. What do we got here? I want to look at the length of these videos. Let's do the shortest one first. Let's get warmed up. This one's called Body Size Not in Control.
What's in the box?
Body size not in control. Interesting. How many of you have changed your body size? In other words, you're more vertical than horizontal now. Many of you. Okay.
Body size is not within our control. Like, even if I ate past the point of comfortable fullness for every single meal, my body still wouldn't magically become that much bigger than it is, and it goes both ways.
If you did stuff yourself and overconsume, your body would get a lot fatter. I don't understand what you mean. That doesn't make any sense.
Even if I try to eat as little as possible at every meal, my body still may not become drastically smaller.
It depends on the magnitude. Like, what are you talking about? Have you seen footage from World War II? Have you seen concentration camp victims? Like, bodies got a lot smaller. Bodies got a lot smaller. So, big cap on that one, champ.
People, it's not okay to accept their natural size is like telling them it's not okay to accept their natural height. Bodies are...
That's not true at all. You can't change your height, but you can change how much fat you have on your body, because that's just a result of your lifestyle habits.
First, they always have been, they always will be. Why the fuck is it so hard to understand?
I'm glad this video cuts off because, yeah, why is it so hard to understand? Well, the same way as you'll be trying to explain why gravity doesn't exist, because you're wrong. So it is hard to understand because it doesn't make sense because it's not true. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. Let's go to Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
That's a good point, Aaron.
There's no crying in baseball.
Aaron says, more importantly, where the fuck do you have almost 300 grand lying around to light on fire? It's got to be loans and stuff like that. Who knows? Who knows? Where do these people get all that money for these ridiculous things? Crowdfunding? I'm Korean. You are. Here's $100. Yeah, where do you get 300 grand? Could just be loans. Could be just, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you could take out a loan, who would like sign that loan? Okay, you want to be Korean? Here's 100. Like, that's a lot. I mean, it's obviously not in one shot. You can't get all those surgeries or whatever that person was doing in one shot. So you need to do one. Like, if you're trying to change your face, you can't go from like one to like an extreme because the skin has to stretch and blah, blah, blah. So they usually, you know, you don't go from like no boobs to like double Ks or whatever it is. Like, you have to like slowly progress some of these surgeries, or you get one, then you get more obsessed and you go back and you get another one, you get another one. It's still a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Ooh. What's this one? All right. Who we got here? Let's go. Number one or number two? What do we got, fam?
What's in the box?
Number one or number two? Remember, it's Swole Slut Saturday, so hashtag Triple S. Drop that in the comments
I'm totally
down below.
comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
Hashtag triple S Swole Slut. It's Swole Slut Saturday. Let's get a little tainty, man. We got to get more tainty, man. We got to wash that nonsense out of our mouths and our eye holes. It's the tainty cam. It's the tainty cam. Indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right. Let's go with Cerny, number 2. Cerny from the Telegram chat. Number 2. This is called Worst Mom. What do we got?
What's in the box?
Hey. Yeah, you're right. They do look a little tight, but that's completely normal. You're
Okay, so I have to explain this. This is a POV, how you wish your mom reacted to your body. So I guess it gross. I guarantee she's not a mother. So this is okay, so here's an individual making a video, point of view, how you wish your mom reacted to your body. Talk about undiagnosed and talk about trauma that you need to be on a therapist's couch for. You need therapy. Stop making TikTok videos in place of getting actual professional help. You need to work through whatever stories you're telling yourself about your childhood, because obviously you have a lot of things to unpack. You get a lot of things to unpack. TikTok is not the place. TikTok is not the place. And by the way, turn up that horrible fucking music. Make it louder. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. They do look a little tight, but that's completely normal. You're growing up. Your body's gonna change.
Yeah, and you're probably fat because I feed you garbage. Okay.
Yeah. This weekend, do you want to go with me and we can pick out some clothes that you feel more comfortable in?
Oh my God, you're going to get new clothes because you're growing? If you're actually growing, that's one thing. If you're getting fatter, you might want to feed your child differently. Oh my God. So this woman hates her mother. Welcome to the club of people that have issues with their parents. I mean, everyone's got issues.
Okay. Hey, baby. Yeah, I've noticed you've been snacking a lot more after school. Am I not packing you enough for lunch?
You're snacking a lot more after school. If you notice issues like this of your child coping, maybe there's some bullying going on. Maybe there's some stress in school. So yeah, just pack them more food. Maybe they're not eating. Maybe someone's taking their lunch. Like, you know, kids, you have to be cognizant of behavioral patterns. Anyway, this is weird.
Do you need me to pack some more snacks for you tomorrow?
Yeah, more snacks. That'll help.
Okay.
More snacks.
How about the next time I go grocery shopping,
More
you can
chips
come
and
with
garbage.
me and you can pick out some snacks that you'd like.
Yeah, pick out some shit that you like because you're the parent.
What's that?
You're the child, but you're comparing yourself.
Why do you think your tummy's big?
Because it's big.
Well, I think it is so cool that everyone has different shaped tummies and different sized tummies.
That's a weird thing to say.
Can you imagine how boring it would be if we all looked exactly the same?
Yeah, that's a weird cope. Different sized tummies. Yeah, some women are pregnant. Some women are not pregnant. Some people eat too many cookies and cake. Yeah. Tell me you don't have a kid without telling me you don't have a kid. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, this video was titled Worst Mom, so maybe that was self-titled. Okay, we go. Jesus Christ, balls deep today. All right, we got one more. It's called
What's in the box?
It's called Obesity Clinics for Children. Last one. Here we go.
NHS England have announced that they are opening 15 obesity clinics for children.
Jesus Christ. How come everyone talks weird in these videos? What is going on here? She looks like the little boy. She looks like Ralphie from Christmas Story with red hair and tits. It says NHS England are opening 15 obesity clinics for children. Let's talk about why that's an awful idea. Let's talk about why that might be necessary. Because kids are so fucking overweight and obese. Stop eating processed foods. Stop consuming vegetable oils. Exercise more. Get more sunlight. Eat real fucking food. But no.
NHS England have announced that they are opening 15 obesity clinics for children. Let's talk about some of the many reasons why this is an awful idea.
That it has to
They're
exist.
using BMI to calculate obesity. If you don't know, BMI was a calculation created almost 200 years ago.
Blah, blah, blah,
by
blah.
someone who wasn't a doctor, not a medical professional of any.
You don't have to be a medical professional to use logic and common sense. It's a very accurate measurement of people that don't exercise. If you exercise, it's not accurate because muscle weighs more than fat. And by all BMI measurements, I'm overweight or obese. So it's actually very accurate. It just offends your sensitivities. What else is new? No one cares.
He was an academic, a mathematician, an astronomer.
Oh my God. He was a mathematician? Oh my God. He used math? Oh my God. You don't like the way you look? Just say that. Just say that. You're not happy with the way you look. Okay. Eat better and exercise. Next. You don't lift. You obviously don't lift. So what are you complaining about? If you don't take care of yourself, like if you don't do things that a human being should do, then like, what are you complaining about? Like, go to the fucking gym. I always love it. It's like, you shouldn't talk about I'm overweight. This offends me. It's like, go fucking lift then. Go lift. But I don't want to. Then don't. But then stop complaining about you looking soft and flabby.
Who came up with the BMI calculation when he was studying the average man. This study was solely based on white European men.
It applies to human beings.
And we know that our global population is not solely made up of white men.
It's made up of human beings.
Also, this was not created with health in mind. He did.
It's very accurate for health and risk of all-cause mortality because obesity.
Come up with this calculation to be used to determine people's health. It was purely for his study of finding what he referred to as the average man.
Well, he finds what he referred to as the average man. Not every man dies. Every man dies. Not every man really lives. Not every man really gets yoked and fucking swole. Yeah, this is definitely an accurate measurement of the average person. It just offends you because you're fat. If you weren't fat, it wouldn't bother you. Who here gets offended by the BMI? Probably because you take care of yourself. Note that you only get offended if it applies to you. You only get offended if it applies to you.
These clinics will be for children aged 2 to 18. Yes, children as young as age 2 will be taken to this obesity clinic. Can you imagine?
I can.
Mom, what did I do for my second birthday? Oh, we had to take you to the obesity clinic.
No 2-year-old is going to an obesity clinic. None. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. No 2-year-old's going to...
I can't even begin to imagine how much going to a clinic like this that is solely focused on weight loss is going to impact children's self-esteem and their mental health. And considering there's this huge focus on weight loss, I wouldn't be surprised if it also leads to disordered eating behaviors.
If you're an obese child, it's your parents' responsibility, but you have disordered eating or like you have problems. That's why you're not healthy as a child if you're fat. If you're a fat child, it's your parents' fault, but it doesn't mean it means that the lifestyle habits that you're exposed to are improper. And this is why, it's a big issue. This is why we always say it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility. So if you grow up and you're in your 20s and you're like, my parents, you come across my content, you're like, my parents fed me shit, blah, blah, blah. There was always junk food around and now I'm obese. Like, yeah, I get it. That sucks. It truly does. You weren't exposed to exercise. You were fed crap. This is the problem. This is why it's very important, and it's going to be a generational thing, and it has to start within the household. But guess what? We don't have households in the same context anymore, right? This is why the state's trying to break apart the family. You're getting pumped full of garbage food products and industrial waste, pharmaceutical drugs. Kids are not promoted to exercise, blah, 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 blah. So when you don't have like an actual family unit, you don't have family meals, everyone's eating out, you're just going to get exposed to these bad behaviors. Okay. So I'm not saying it's a child's fault, but guess what? When you become an adult, it's your responsibility to make the positive changes. Stop blaming the world and blame your parents and blame the government. Okay. Well, okay, fine. You can't go back in time. There's no time machine. You can actually make those positive changes moving forward. And a lot of you do. Respect. So again, it comes down to, why do some people actually take control of their health and make those positive changes? Why do other people complain and whine and bitch and moan?
We know that eating disorders have the highest mortality rate of any psychological condition, and the NHS is already struggling. Mental health services are massively underfunded and are regularly cut. Why do we think this is a good idea? Why? We need to remember that weight and health are not the same thing, and that health isn't just physical, it's mental too. What about the mental health impact that these clinics are going to have?
What do I got to do to shut your fucking face hole? I don't know. Now look, if you're going to say that kind of stuff, look, if you're going to say that kind of stuff, your screen name, look, this is the problem with having these identities. Her name on TikTok is full-bodied Becca. Full-bodied? You mean fat. Full-bodied. What the fuck? This isn't you're not a cigar. You're not a lager. Full-bodied Becca? What the fuck does that mean? In other words, your identity is around promoting obesity. You don't want to change. You don't want to take responsibility for your actions. You want to blame everyone else but yourself. So your point is moot. No one cares. Okay. No one cares. Great.
That's a huge bitch.
Man. I'll tell you what. I was raised. I never have. I was raised. Never hit a woman. But I mean, you're making a great case. You're making a great case. You know? To the moon, Alice. You're making a great fucking case.
No need to stop being a lady.
It's an
worrying.
argument.
You'll be back on your knees in no time.
It's an argument. You know, a lot of women in the swole sluts are like, fucking, like, let me first in line. I want in. I'm tapping in. Brutal. That was rough. But guess what? Tomorrow we're just taking pure questions. So it's Swole Slut Saturday after all. Full bodied. You want equal rights? I'll show you equal rights. Bang, zoom. All right. Really a slappable face. If there ever was one, like an Indiana Jones backhand. You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, he's dreaming. He's dreaming about body positivity. Oh, poor tainted man. Aww. No? He was whimpering, making noise. All right, let's give away today's swole card. Let's raffle this bitch off. Falcon, here we go. Triple S. Where are my swole sluts at? Swole Sluts Saturday. Swole sluts. Oh, we got a swole slut in the house. James Dodd. Congratulations. I think that's a new card. I think that's a new winner. I think you're new around these parts, James. Congratulations. Fantastic. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2380 schwam. In the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email will send you the swole card. Absolutely fantabulous, James. Congratulations. Let's take some soundboard requests.
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
Some piano cock coming up. By the way, yesterday's overtime segment's available in Swole TV if you missed it. Thank you so much for being here. An amazing Mancast. Happy Swole Slut Saturday, B-shiz. Oh, yeah.
What happened to your queer party, friend?
My son is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn is a man.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Rusty spoons are indeed underrated.
My name's Forrest Gump.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
Matt Damon.
We got it now.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
You make me happy. Loud noises!
nailed it.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Good form.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really, just your face.
Look at the tainty man. Excellent. Look at that tainty man. Oh. Woo-wee. All right, fam. All right. An epic Swole Set Saturday. By the way, there was a new episode. If you're not yet subscribed to the Red, White, and Swole podcast, wherever you're listening to this, make sure you can type in Swolenormous on your favorite podcast app and you'll see all the podcasts. But make sure you check out, been updating Red, White, and Swole this past week. We'll continue starting again on Monday. So make sure that you are checking out that podcast. Make sure that you are leaving us a review, 5 stars, Apple Podcasts, Spotify for the Daily Swole, and check all the links down below to submit a question for tomorrow. AskPapaSwolio.com to submit an audio question, and of course, information on apparel and how to join the Swole fam, all in the description down below. Fam, tomorrow, the Red, White, and Swole Sunday Fun Day Q&A-ness will come at you, and it's going to come at you in a big fucking way. Peace, my geese, deuce, my goose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.